I'm gonna do something, the brow powder that's a little bit more pricey. This is MAC in brunette. As you can see, it's very ashy as well. It has the duo color just for people who like to fill in their brow with a little bit less darkness and likes it a little bit, I don't know, less accentuated, I guess. I personally only use one color. That's just my preference. If you want to try both, definitely go for it. So I have MAC's Eyebrow 263 brush. This brush is a little bit harder for me to use. I'm used to using a thicker brush, as you saw, the Laura Mercier, but this one is very thin. It is very fine, like has a very fine point. And you can use this for gel liner as well, but I'm going to try it out with their powder. Once again, just giving it a couple swipes. As you can see, there's a teeny bit of fallout, even when you're swiping on your brush. So you give it a couple taps. And here we go. We're gonna start again with the same brush strokes. So this time I don't have to use just the corner. I'm actually using the entire side of, the entire edge of the brush. And I have to do a couple more swipes only because this brush is a lot thinner. So in order for me to get a more thicker look underneath, I just have to go over it just a few times. And as you can tell, this side I started about right there because it has more hair under there. This side, not so much. This eyebrow is my pain in the butt. So I'm gonna give it a couple more tabs. A couple more swipes and a couple more tabs. And I'm going to create my line on my tail. And I do the same thing that I did on that side. You know, just a little bit more firmer pressing and strokes while I'm in the hair. And once I try to start extending the tail, I use a lighter touch. This side is definitely thicker on my tail, so I have to really concentrate on making this look natural on this side. Let's see if I can do it. So once again, for this particular product and this particular brush, I'm using a lot more strokes and a lot more product to get the look of the other brow. So let's go ahead and start stenciling out the top of the other side. So I'm starting to create, kind of rounded it out a little bit. So I'm gonna flatten this and come down. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the edge once again on one side of the brush, and I'm really just kind of laying it against the hair. And I started to do the line, and because I'm really trying to create the same shape of the other side, which is sometimes impossible on the first try, you just kind of do what you can to create a symmetrical look. So I am laying it flat, and I'm applying a lot more pressure because on this side the hair is sparse and it's not the same. So once again, because this brush is a lot thinner, so it's going to hold a lot less product. It's a little bit more precise, which is great. I love precision, but in this case I need to create thickness. I need to create width in my tail. So I needed just a little bit more product. And I'm going outside my natural brow, the way that my hair grows naturally on this side, because it's not as thick here. What I can already tell off the bat just looking at myself is it's a little too sharp here, so I need to round this out. And so I'm just gonna take my brush and do almost like a curving motion underneath my brow, and now I'm just really gonna start filling this in and blending this up, doing light brush strokes through the middle as if I'm coloring, shading in. And this is where the hair was kind of bald. I had a couple bald spots right there, so I gotta make sure that that's filled in really nice. As you can see, it's a lot harder to create the same shape when your eyebrows are not the same. So let's start perfecting this shape. Okay, I'm getting happier with this look. It really is eyeing this and then going back over it and taking your time. And I realize that this tutorial is super long, so I apologize, but I really wanted to show details of exactly what I do, and that sometimes this isn't the easiest task for everyone, so don't be so hard on yourselves when you're learning. I definitely didn't want to rush through this because it is my first tutorial, and it's a very detailed one. So once again, I'm going to just stop there. I love that it has that natural look to it. Honestly, both colors are so extremely similar from afar. And this is the two colors. You can tell there's a huge difference. You know, I use the dark color in NYX and I use the darkest color in MAC. And I mean, look at my brows. They look similar in darkness. I don't know if it's because I used powder on my favorite brow here, but this is definitely my favorite brow, and I used the NYX. 12 bucks, $22. So it's up to you. You don't really ever have to, you know, be overwhelmed about spending money or going somewhere that, you know, only pros can shop and get good prices at. Just, you know, try things out, and that's what this is all about. This is all about me sharing and showing you different tips and where to go shopping and where to look and how to look good on any budget. That's just really what this is, and I want to give you guys an amazing hug. Thank you. I appreciate you, and I hope that you come back and you subscribe and comment down below. I am going to be posting pictures on Instagram and also posting my first giveaway on my first tutorial. So you guys go hop on over to Instagram. I'm going to be posting all over social media to just kind of give you guys an idea of what you have to win. So definitely 2 thumbs up, like, comment, share, subscribe. Have an amazing day, my beauties.